welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Tawanda and I build software systems, applications and websites. So one of the application or software system that I've built that I'll be mostly talking about on this channel is called SourceDue. So SourceDue is a value added system that's supposed to work across a couple of industries that include healthcare, e-commerce, contractors and schools. But on the first rollout of this system, we're going to be focusing mainly on the e-commerce side. So under the e-commerce, we have a point of sale system, and that is integrated with the dashboard. So dashboard, we have everything that is the quotations, invoices, expenses that a business incurs on its day-to-day running, and also the products that you're going to create for the store that you'll be selling on the point of sale side. So order generation, invoice generation, everything, you will find it in the dashboard after you've generated them from the point of sale. But today I'll be focusing mainly on adding permissions to modules such as invoices. Let's say maybe a cashier is not allowed to create or generate an invoice. They're not allowed to send an invoice via email. They're not allowed to delete, download, cancel. So those are the actions that I'm going to add permissions on today. So let me just show you what I've done so far and where we at. So I'll just give an example of the customers module, because I've done the permissions for searching customers, displaying them, also viewing the list of the customers that you have in your database of that store. Okay. Right. Okay, so right now I'm currently viewing the quotations module. So let me come to, okay, I can just test out using this, right? Okay, so let's check out some permissions here. Let's say I want to disable the search and also create quotation permissions, right? Come here, search for quotation search. So this way actually going to change, because I'm not supposed to search for the permissions like this. I'm just supposed to type in the name. I'm just supposed to say search permissions, not enter the name of the quotation. So I actually have to change that. So if I disable it here, and I'll also disable for creating a quotation. So that means that pattern that we were seeing in the top left corner, sorry, top right corner for creating a quotation, I'm not supposed to see it after I come through here. Okay, so this pattern, right, it's still there. Why? Because I haven't refreshed the page. So I actually haven't implemented like WebSockets to check for real-time updates that are going on. So when I refresh the page, this new quotation pattern and this input box for searching for a quotation, they're supposed to be removed from this page. So let's come and refresh the page here. Okay, so that means those two permissions are working. So I actually have to come to invoices. So under invoices, I also need to update the background color for the search filter, and then do the permissions for creating an invoice and also the bulk invoice. The permission for viewing this table, for having an in-depth view of the invoice that was generated, and also permissions for all these buttons here. So that's what I actually want to start working on right now, and then I'll show you how we're going to implement that. Okay, so I've created a new branch for the invoices access permissions. Now we move to the invoices component. Okay, there we have it. So in our invoice list, so we're fetching our permissions from local storage. Okay, let me just check something here. Okay, so we need to update this first. Show invoices, delete all invoice button. Oh, okay. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to start with, so in our invoices, first thing that we're going to start with, just refresh this. So we're going to edit search filter color, and then work on permissions for the new invoice, right? So let's come here. So this is where we have our create bulk invoice button. So I'm sure so the way I'm going to implement it is, if you don't have a permission to create an invoice, then that means you also can't create a bulk invoice. Okay, so come here. So enter if here permissions. So we're checking if the value of the permission is, if this value exists, choose permission, create. Okay, so let's check. Okay, so that means, let me just refresh and confirm if that value is actually okay. So new invoices. Go to settings, rows, just view them, let's search for invoice, create. Okay, so you see that it's still toggled on, let's toggle it off. Then we come back here, but right now actually you have to refresh the page to see the implementation, and there we go. So that is working. So right now I just need to change the color of this switch field that's bugging me a little bit. Okay, let's give it background primary. Okay, so that's fixed. Now moving to edit this. Okay, so I've added the permissions for reading like the list of invoices. Sorry for that shaking. Reading the list of invoices and also searching. So let's check out the permissions in here. Okay, so let's search for invoice. Invoices. Read. Okay, so if I come back and refresh the page, that means I'm not supposed to see the table, right? Okay, access denied, so I actually don't have access of viewing this page. Okay. Okay, I think we actually have a huge buggy here.